At this very moment, 287 individuals have been honored so far in history with those iconic bronze statues in the Hall of Fame in Canton. Tonight, we're going to add 8 names to that distinguished roll call.
Well, Dan, let's move on to our next inductee. He turns 50 this year, and he's a man of many talents. Some know him for the pattering sound that his slippers make. Others know him for the talent he has to thread different objects through the bodies of his children, and others know him for his uncanny ability to make 101 dinner and dessert combos using only cube cheese and spinach.
Yeah, Al, like you said, he's a man of many talents. He left college and he took his talents to Phoenix, where he dominated the game. And he's been a non-stop force ever since. I mean, Al, how do you describe this man?
Well, Dan, my dad once put it this way. Imagine the body of a Ken Barbie doll, the looks of the great actor George Clooney, the wits of, some very witty person, and the dark, luscious curls of a black French poodle. Smells a Spencer.
Couldn't have said it any better myself. I once heard he holds the state record in California for packing a moving van. And he holds his county record for the most Noosa purchased in a month. Coach, any thoughts?
Well, here's a guy who, he's done what he's done, and he's doing it, and he's really getting it done, and that's what makes him special, and, he's got a job to do, and that job's his, and he's gonna do it, John, you bring up an interesting point there. When you take into account the injuries this guy's had, you just have to stand in awe at what he's overcome. Well, yeah, I mean, here he is on the motorcycle, and the broom and the skateboard, and with the kids, and next, he's at the doctor, and, they're putting the metal in him, and, and then he puts his left arm in, and takes his left arm out, and he wakes up, and, and you do the hokey pokey, and, that's what it's all about.
Well, we all know he's no Corbin Mortensen when it comes to Instagram, but he has got 85 followers per 0 post that he has. What an astounding follower to per post ratio. I mean, can you believe this guy?
Absolutely incredible. For this next bit, we go to the White House.
My fellow Americans, today we have the opportunity, the privilege, rather the blessing, to honor one of America's true heroes. Today we honor self-appointed, voluntary assist Deputy Sheriff Jeffrey Donaldson Quinn. We honor Officer Quinn for his many acts of valor in one of the safest towns in our country. We also commend him for his courageous act of rescuing a Muslim woman from the deep end of a pool who walked in thinking it was her mosque. Officer Quinn, we need more men and women and Caitlyn Jenners in this world with your courage and valor. Thank you.
One of my favorite memories of Jeff was on a business trip I took to Phoenix several years ago. Jeff picked me up at the airport on a Sunday morning. I was in Phoenix for about 3 days, and during that time I had a chance to meet Lori for the first time. I think I may have been one of the first family members to meet Lori, and I fell in love with her immediately and could understand why Jeff loved her. We had a wonderful few days together. During my trip, Jeff got a couple of bikes for me and a colleague, and we rode around Phoenix and did some mountain biking in the mountains, in the hills of Phoenix, as well as around some of the Park District areas. And we just had a wonderful time. It was fun to visit with Jeff and spend time with Jeff and Lori as their love was blossoming. And it's been fun over the years to see that love come to full bloom.
Laurie wanted us to send a memory. Mine is going to be something that includes Band-Aids on your nipples, a back support brace, lots of Vaseline in between your legs where things rub together, and 2 knee braces. This was hood to coast. We called you the running wreck. You also will recall that during the course of that race, I borrowed your flashlight and did not return it because it wound up in the bottom of the latrine or the porta potty, light shining up through my legs, displaying the silhouette of my profile on the yellow bathroom door. Well, I am finally going to replace your bad boy with this guy. It's on its way. Happy birthday. We love you. We love you.
I wanted to remind you of some of my earliest memories are of you in our first house in Bountiful. And I just remember you being part of this little pack of boys. Michael, Craig, you and Ted all kind of shared a room next to the room that Chris and I shared. And I just remember you being the skinniest little guy with the biggest little pot belly that always hung over your pants. But you were always really, really thin. And I just remember you kind of going around the house with all your brothers and the good times that you guys had. And
yeah, one of the things that's unique about me, Jeff, Lori's, Forrest, Tucker, and family is that of all your siblings, I'm the one that went through life with you the most. And so most of the insights that I have into Jeff should probably remain fairly confidential for me. And so one of the things I've always loved about Jeff is that he is so attentive and does it with a smile and a willing heart that is fairly unique. I've always thought that he got this initially from one of his early girlfriends in high school. And I was trying to find her online on Facebook, and I actually found a picture of her that I wanted to share. This is, I mentioned this, I found her on Facebook. She threw me a quick picture with a kind of a word of encouragement or a thumbs up here. So I just found it online. I want to show it to you real quick so you can see it. So this is Jeff's high school girlfriend, also his teacher.
I have a lot of great memories of you, but a couple of my favorites are, do you remember 9th grade geometry? I think you're the only reason I passed 9th grade geometry. Every night I'd come down and you'd be in that back bedroom in the corner in the desk working, and we'd sit over the side of those double beds, and you'd help me with my geometry homework every night. I also remember methane blue in the brownies of your Family Hill Beanie girls at Riviera. Do you remember that? But I think probably my favorite memory when we had the good old family incident at Ponderosa and got stuck in the Narrows. When we heard that it was Chris who was stuck, we knew who would stay back and help her, and that was my brother Jeff. So anyway, always thoughtful, always the one to stay back and be kind and helpful. So anyway, happy 50th, we love you, and hope you have a great birthday. Bye.
Happy birthday, Jeff. Happy 50th birthday. Jeff was probably the drama king of the family. Jeff would always make things bigger than they really were, whether it's getting nipped by the neighbor dog or waking up in the middle of the night thinking the house was going to be blown up, or falling out of bed and thinking that, you know, he was just falling off Mount Everest or something like that. But Jeff was always the drama king. You know, there were times where he thought he was part of Miss America pageant or getting the ruffles on his swimsuit. But Jeff, just wish you a happy birthday and let you know that we love you. Bye.
One of my favorite memories with you is on the river run at the family reunion. You made dang good and sure everybody survived. You had just the right amount of discipline and strictness and love and fun. It was sure great memory being on the river with you.
Okay, Uncle Jeff, just wishing you a happy 50th birthday. There's a quote that I just found. It says, "Unfortunately, aging is the only scientifically known way to living longer." So happy 50th and happy, you know, whatever lies in store for you.
Jeffrey, you taught me some very valuable lessons at a very early age. I remember when you were about 5 years old, you were in kindergarten, and Ted had an ear infection, and so it was necessary for me to take him down to the doctor and I called and they said, well, bring him down, but you'll have to wait until you have, until they can work you in. And so I took him down to the hospital, and I knew that you'd be coming home about 11:30, and so I left the door unlocked so that you'd be able to get into the house. And so at about 11:30, a little after 11:30, I called because I knew that you'd be wondering where I was, and you answered the phone and you were just sobbing, and you said, where are you, where are you? And I said, Jeffrey, I'm down in the doctor's office and I'll be home just as soon as I can get there. But Ted has his ear infection, so I had to take him to the doctor. And you just burst into tears and you said, Mom, don't you know that when your kids come home, moms are supposed to be home? And I've never forgotten that.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Uncle Jeff.